In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything.
There's nothing. Was that fast enough?
It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader. We are excited. It's Friday night. Y'all know what we're doing. We're partying. Oh, no, we're not. We are here, though, to spread
all of our viewers
gospel.
are partying.
I know. I see that. We're here to spread the gospel of crypto to all you degens in the house. Let's enjoy it tonight. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you are in the Discord. Guys, we've been really trying to work on our Twitter following. Twitter is the place to be if you are trying to up your game in the NFT space. So make sure you're following us on both of our Twitter accounts, please. Danger Close Alpha and Debate Crypto OG. We appreciate the love on that. Also, just throwing out, this is a rando. I'm almost at 100K on TikTok. I need a few hundred more. If you're not following me on TikTok, Billy, then we need to fix that problem right there.
Nobody wants to watch them thirst traps, bro.
Listen, just because my last video I had my shirt off, all right? It's got a 200K. Listen, Danny might be right. I took my shirt off. Actually, I already had my shirt off. And I did a TikTok yesterday.
I see who your marketing coach is.
It's got 200. Apparently, man, it's got 200K. It works. I don't know what else to say. So, yeah. So that being said, let's take a peek at what's going on in the markets, because I think most of you already know it's not looking beautiful. Let's see what we got here. So the current crypto market cap, actually, let me go not just to ETH, because that's what I was busy shorting. Whoops. Actually, that's doing really well. Down 0.23%. We're at 958.50 billion with a B dollars. We got Bitcoin under 20 at 19,729 and ETH at $1,431, and that's down about 3%, down almost 17% on the weekly. Miguel, so the rest of the top 10 guys, the only thing that's rocking and rolling, XRP Army, put them up almost 10%, 9.5% right now. But other than that, the rest of the top 10 is not really doing anything. Miguel, can you give me a little technical love here on what's going on with the markets?
Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin real quick. So, as you've been seeing here, right? Keep it simple. We got rejected, massive rejection here from Bitcoin at the 22, actually all the way at 22.8. We lost the point of control. We've come back down, headed towards this heart line, been hovering right above it this whole entire time, right? The momentum wave, as you can see, completely peaked out, headed back down, VWAP on the negative, money flow still negative as well. Just lost a lot of momentum here. And it's because we've had this massive rise. Like we went all the way from 19.7 all the way up here. So if we can do a quick little measurement, tell you guys how big of a move that was for Bitcoin. That was a 22% move for Bitcoin in 6 days, guys. Less than a week, we had a 22% move for Bitcoin. That's something that you don't really see a lot of in the bear markets. So obviously we had some type of resistance that we crashed into here. Plus we had the whole interest rate fiasco, more interest rate hikes. We're also seeing the CPI numbers, inflation, yada, yada. All those happened during the same time. Boom. Massive rejection here. And, it's the bear market. So this is, get used to it. We're going to be seeing these type of things. Every time you think you're going to go up, you're going to come right back down.
Yeah, we are seeing that definitely. And then obviously, as you all know, the ETH merge happened. I was joking. Well, I wasn't joking. I have a short that's still open that's actually doing really well. I'm going to take some more profits. I've taken a little bit of profits off the table. I took what all of the experts were saying, and I did what Keeper does and went the opposite direction. And this time, because you never want to follow me when it comes to trading, right? This time, and you're like, wait a minute, isn't this guy like a crypto content creator, a crypto influencer? Yeah, I am, but I'm definitely not the crypto trader unless it comes to using stuff like Bloodalytics, where we've got an actual game plan as to how we're using it, because I just kind of go off on my own. But it's worked this time so far, so hopefully that continues. I was going to say, Miguel, I had one other thing I wanted to pull up, and I think
probably
my 80.
our Twitter page or maybe our
Right.
bug out bag on
Oh, no, it was the bug.
OpenSea.
Yep.
We
It
got
was
we
the
only
bug
got
out bag.
99 bags left, baby.
That's what I was about to say. We have 99 bags left. Let me just show this real
99
quick.
bags left, and the beep ain't one.
Uh-oh, 98. 98. Boom, 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 boom.
Let's
We have
go.
98 bags left of the bug out bags. Now, they are virtual right now, guys, but I'm telling you what, there's going to be lots of good stuff there. And the gamification that we have put with this, listen, I know you're probably thinking, wait a minute, I'm going to pay 0.02 to get involved in a game. Yes, you are, because the game is freaking awesome. And those of you that haven't already, I need you, please, to sign up. We're doing that this weekend. We're drafting this weekend. You will be in a faction this weekend. We've got 38 of you that have signed up, and there's 100 holders of the bags. So we're a little bit lopsided. So hopefully we can figure that out. And,
Not just that, but remember, guys, you're paying 0.02 for a bag, but you're being entered into an ETH giveaway of
wasn't thinking about that.
0.125, which is $184, right? So you're paying 0.02 and you're possibly winning $184 in ETH. We've already done 2 of those giveaways. We got 14 bags left before the next ETH giveaway happening in the Discord. So if you're not involved, if you have not picked up a bag, go pick up a bag before it's too late. You don't want to miss out.
What was I thinking? We're giving away massive amounts of ETH, and I didn't think to mention that as part of buying a bag. So yeah, definitely get your bags while you can. All right, so Billy, yes, I know I shorted ETH. I see you. You said I can't believe Keeper shorting ETH. It was a really hard. It was a really actually Bing Bong. That was perfect. It was a really hard thing to do. If you are not in the candle mafia, make sure you check out Frankie Candles. That's where you're going to get that good TA alpha, 5:30 or 5:45 rather to about 7:30 Monday through Friday. So check him out. And I don't know whether he said to go short or go long, but I do know Keeper is winning right now. All right, let's check out what's going on with ETH a little bit further. We're going to talk about, well, Miguel, tell me what's on the podium this evening.
We're talking about ETH, the merge, the destruction of Ethereum, the World Economic Forum, the centralization, the doom and gloom. No, we're talking about Ethereum, the merge. We're talking about ApeCoin. We're going to be talking about, some of the consequences that this proof of stake situation has now going to lead into with Ethereum. So we'll be getting into details about that. So make sure you stay tuned and smash them likes.
That's right. Stick around. We've got a fun little conversation to have as it relates to the ApeCoin as well. So stick around for that. Let's start off with the SEC. Everybody's good friend, Gary Gensler. SEC Gensler signals extra scrutiny for proof of stake cryptocurrencies. So there's the man, the myth, the legend right there. He is absolutely despicable, if you ask me. But hey, Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler on Thursday said that staked cryptocurrencies may be subject to federal securities regulations, repeating a pro-oversight stance in the wake of Ethereum's transition to such a method. I'm not going to read much of this article, but it says, oops, I went down a little too far. According to the Wall Street Journal, Gensler said that proof-of-stake blockchains, which generate new coins for inventors who pool their holdings, take on investment contract-like attributes that could bring them under his agency's purview. He said he wasn't talking about a specific coin, according to the journal. Now, let me throw this out there. Miguel, one of the things, I remember this like it was yesterday. You texted me when I was on vacation down in Florida. And, obviously we talk a lot, and you know how much I love ETH. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm down in Florida. You sent me this wild text it was very cryptic, but it was basically suggesting that the world was just absolutely falling apart as it relates to ETH. And I was like, what is he talking about? So I call him. I don't fall into the trap, but I almost did. And I call and I find out that he's telling me that, who was it? Was it JP Morgan Chase? I think that JP Morgan was basically involved in ETH. And now I've got not just XRP on the banking side of things, but we've got ETH. And so what I want to say is this. Is Gary Gensler really going to go after? I talked about this on Around the Blockchain earlier today. Is Gary Gensler really going to go after his own people? And that's it's hard to believe.
So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to set a limit, right? We know that the destruction of the altcoins is coming, right? We've talked about this. 99% of the coins are going to die. And I think this is the way they're going to do it, right? They're letting ETH slide in. They're going to set ETH as an example and say, hey, from now on, any altcoin that is created that is proof of stake is a security. That is a problem. Boom. Death to the altcoins, right? When the next bull market comes, you're not going to see this influx of just coins being created left and right by all these companies. I think that's what they're setting up. I think they aren't going to go after Ethereum because we know that the World Economic Forum is also very pro proof of stake when it comes to Ethereum. And it's all part of the agenda. It's just a way to be able to reduce the altcoins. And we also know that they're going after proof of work with Bitcoin, and how they're going to limit that one way or another. We don't know just yet, but I think they're setting up the stage to, destroy the altcoins.
Yeah, the ESG compliance narrative has to play into this in a kind of opposite way, where it's like they're trying to push people towards doing something like proof of stake, and then the moment it happens, they want to start to bring up, "Hey, this might put you under the purview of the SEC." I get what you're saying, Miguel. You're suggesting that, hey, I didn't, and because he says it, that he didn't suggest a particular coin. However, he knows everybody is thinking about ETH. Right. Yep. So maybe he's just trying to say, listen, this might not be for you, but this is for you, and letting everybody know you're not just going to jump into the pool with all the sharks. You might get eaten. You need to be careful. So I don't know. We'll see where it heads. I do believe that proof of stake on ETH is going to work really well. We're going to actually dive right into the next category because I think this is really important. One of the problems that people are going to talk about, and again, I've heard Crusader talk about this a decent little bit, is centralization. But as we're going to get into here in a minute, I don't know if Ethereum is truly decentralized. J-Chains earlier gave me a little bit of crap again around the blockchain tonight about suggesting that who are they going to go after because ETH is pretty decentralized anyway. And if you look at it by the numbers, it might not be so decentralized. Only 2 addresses control 46%. 46% of all Ethereum's POS nodes for processing transactions post-merge. Okay, let's talk about it. The cryptocurrency sector is still reacting to ETH's migration to proof of stake. That comes with several potential benefits, like making ETH a DeFi asset. In this line, the on-chain activity of Ethereum's holders is among the key metrics being monitored to determine the upgrades. Indeed, as of September 15th, the post-merge inflation analysis indicated at 46.15%. Are controlled by 2 addresses. Data by blockchain sentiment indicates. Following the upgrade, the first address is validated about 188 blocks, 28.97, while second, 16.18 or 105 blocks. Generally, 2 wallets dominate ETH's transaction processing, storing of data, and adding blockchain blocks. So if you go farther into this, I'm not going to read this article because I want to dive into kind of more of the backside of this. If you dive farther into that article, it suggests who the 2 were. And I think one of them was like Coinbase, and the other one was Coinbase and another big name in the space, right? Another big centralized name. My problem with this is, if you truly want to be decentralized, the problem with that is scaling. If you've ever owned a business or have any idea of what it takes to run a business, try to run a business where no one's in charge. Try to run a business where when a decision gets made, everybody looks at each other and says, hey, can you verify this? Can you verify this? Can you verify this? Can you verify this? Hey, he can verify this. Well, right? And so as much as decentralization sounds like this great, awesome thing, and it is, and it's part of the reason why we wanted to get into the crypto space, because we didn't want that central entity to make decisions for us. So don't take me in the wrong manner. All I'm trying to suggest is, as a business, as we move to proof of stake, if we stay quote unquote decentralized, if they only allowed certain companies to own a certain small percentage, then it disincentivizes some of these big players from making changes that otherwise need to be made in the space. It used to be the miners that were validating all of these blocks. Now that they're not there, somebody's got to do it. Well, guess what? Life is life, and life ain't fair. And these big holders of ETH are going to take advantage of their big holdings of ETH. So is it your problem, my problem, or everyone's problem? Let's just say that I got into ETH before you did. I hold a bunch of ETH, and therefore I've got some nodes under my belt, and I have more say in the network than you do. That's just life. And so I feel like it's kind of hard to say, well, therefore you're now under the purview of the SEC. It is no longer decentralized, and we just need to shut the whole. It just gets, I don't know. Thoughts, Miguel? I feel like it gets a little hairy.
Yeah, my thoughts on the whole proof of stake thing is it's their way of controlling Ethereum, right? We know JP Morgan is behind it. We know there's the World Economic Forum is behind it. We know a lot of the people that are the people we're talking about here are behind Ethereum, right? Ethereum has a lot of backing from a lot of big companies, from a lot of big players worldwide to make sure that Ethereum succeeds. And another way of it succeeding is to make sure it's under their control. We understand that institutional players are coming into crypto more and more every single day, and they want control of these assets. They want to make sure that things are playing into their favor, not favor of the people. So whether I do believe that this whole 46% held by only 2 wallets will change with time. Nonetheless, the majority of Ethereum staking will still be controlled by the people, which is not going to be us, the people. It's going to be the people, not us, the people. So
the dinner party people.
Yeah, that's just going to be the way it is, and that's what the proof of stake situation is. It is their way of benefiting from that. Proof of work does not allow them to do that. It costs a lot more money to go set up an entire mining system, rig, farm, whatever you want to call it, right? Invest millions of dollars into it, and you're still going to only own a very tiny amount versus say, hey, I'm just going to grab all these millions, possibly billions that we can just print them real quick, right? Or get a quick little loan and then bloop, throw it in there. Bam, I'm a player now. It's over.
But let's look at it this way too. Even with proof of work, okay? If any of you think that there is not a massive amount of Bitcoin percentage-wise owned by a few specific entities, you're wrong. It's there, right? And so even with proof of work, if you think about it this way, if I have let's say I get into Bitcoin right now and I've got oodles of money, I say, you know what? I'm going to start setting up all these ant farms. I think they call them like ant mining farms, and they have a whole bunch of different, processors that they're running. They cost a ton of money, and then a ton of money to continue
millions of dollars.
Yeah, millions of dollars. But I've got it. So therefore, now I'm able to start pulling hash from the fact that I've got the millions of dollars. So does that not classify as some like piece of centralization? The reality is, this is all I'm trying to get at, is that kind of the whole decentralization thing is kind of a myth. I love it from the idea of, hey, I'm a libertarian. Government can stay out of our business. I don't need these companies telling me what to do on any day of the week, right? And crypto can solve some of that. But we also need these cryptocurrencies to be able to scale. We need decisions to be able to be made. And the reality is, as my dad always used to tell me, and it was the worst thing ever to hear, but he's right, life isn't fair, son. And so I think that spills over into everything in life. And it's just, hey, there's going to be people that are going to have more money. They're therefore going to be able to buy more ETH, which therefore gives them more power per se in the space. And I don't know that you can ever avoid that in any way. I don't think there's any way to avoid that, right? It's almost like people
want all the whales.
Well, so great example. So it's exactly where I was headed. It's almost like they want socialism for the crypto space, right? Well, that doesn't work, because the people that in socialism, it's like, hey, make everybody equal. Well, the people that aren't going to work for anything are still not going to work for anything. The people that are going to work their butts off now, if they know, and they're holding everything up, and now they know, wait a minute, it doesn't matter if I even do anything and I still get paid the same. Now all of a sudden, guess what? That A+ top tier work is not being completed. So you need to understand that's why socialism as a whole doesn't work, and you can't implement that in the crypto space.
Yeah, but neither does unchecked capitalism, which is also a problem.
Okay, so hit on that. Tell me.
Oh, unchecked capitalism, right? The fact that there is no check and bounds when it comes to finances in capitalism. Okay. Right? There's definitely a dark side to that. When things become about profit versus the interest of the people, you are the bottom line dollar, right? What do we see when we talk about all these pharmaceutical companies? It's about profit, right? They don't give anything about the people. It's just profit. So unchecked capitalism is also an evil that people are sometimes not aware of.
Yeah, there's a lot out there going on that maybe if you don't dive into a little bit deeper, that's why we start the show off with question everything, trust nothing. That's also the reason why we're talking to you about our project Danger Close Alpha. If you are not already involved, make sure you jump in dangerclosealpha.com. We have introduced the prepper community and the crypto and NFT community point blank period. We've got 3-day prepper boot camps coming. We've got an awesome alternate reality game. We're really trying to simplify some things down. And so our Discord, for those of you that are in the Discord right now, need to know there's going to be some channels that are going to kind of go kaput, and we're going to try to simplify the channels that we do have, because we do know that what we're doing is complex in nature. But the reality is what we're really trying to do is simple. We're trying to build a community of like-minded people that are there for each other no matter what. And we're doing that in the form of building that community, having fun with some games, selling some NFTs, going to events together, and just being a kick-ass group. So make sure you jump in dangerclosealpha.com if you're looking for more information. Get it there, and we'll continue to update the website as well. All right, so let's talk about, I don't know that I let's talk about ApeCoin here for a second. When the whole, I think part of the reason that Miguel, the Bored Apes bothers me is because, let's be fair, I had an opportunity to buy one of these at literally $150. And I remember just being like, dude, why am I going to buy a stupid picture? Why am I going to spend $150 on a picture of a freaking monkey? This doesn't make sense, right? That was in those days of, I don't really get this whole NFT thing.
This doesn't make sense.
Or does it? Hold on. ApeCoin Treasury set to unlock 25 million Ape tokens for launch contributors. Ape is down about 9% today ahead of significant token unlock for launch contributors, but staking is also on the horizon. So ApeCoin's launch contributors are set to collectively receive 25 million Ape tokens, or about $115 million worth of tokens as of this writing. Ape's price is down 9%. A day ahead today, ahead of the unlock, amid questions over whether recipients will dump their tokens onto the market. I honestly don't need to. This is a really short article, and I don't really need to read it. Here's the reality. The contributors on the front end that were willing to contribute to help make this project available to the people are now getting an allocation. It is an allocation later on that was set to be 6 months after, I believe it was March, the March timeframe. I think that works out. Yes. So March to now, they had this allocation of tokens that were going to get dropped. Miguel, explain to the people why, when you have in the background, right, a ton of tokens that are going to dump onto the market, for those of you that are maybe new in the crypto space, or those of you that just say, well, I don't understand how this could be a bad thing, good thing, or indifferent, explain kind of the implications of what could or might happen here.
A lot of that is going to happen, right? A lot of monkey poop is going to go onto the market really quick.
Why?
It's just simple, right? You get free money, people cash out free money. Easy money, easy go. It's literally the law of the universe. You get easy money is going to go out the window quickly. And it's just common sense. Someone's going to give you a boatload of money, a bunch of ape coin, and you're going to say, why am I going to hold this? I'm just going to cash it out. Boom. Later, right? Because they're going to get such large amounts, a drop in price will occur. And like every institutional big whale does, they drop the market, and then they'll go back in and they'll buy a lot cheaper. So they got free money, and they're going to get free coins because they're going to cash out and then buy into their position again at a way cheaper price. That's the way it's
let me play devil's advocate. What if the people that are getting all of these tokens believe long term that Ape token is the way, the truth, and the light, that it is the salvation of the crypto space? Because there's a lot of people that really love this token. My question is, they receive all of these tokens, right? And like the good crypto hodlers that they probably aren't, but could be, they decide to hold. Why would they not, if they see Ape token being $30 down the road, 50, whatever the case may be? Why are they going to dump right now? You're saying that they're expecting the whole market to dump further, so right now they're just going to take profits and run?
I mean, that's one thing, but another thing is, if you literally get a bunch of free money right now, why would you not drop it? And then just knowing that by you dropping it, you're going to drop the price anyways, right? You know you're going to move the market.
Okay.
So you're going to drop it. You're going to drop the market, and then you're just going to buy back in, and you're still going to be able to keep a profit in cash, and then buy your same position, however many coins, down for a way cheaper price.
But then that would make the conclusion that there is collusion going on, that all of these people are talking to each other, because if you're the only person that dumps your tokens, that price is not moving. You have to assume.
That's the thing. It's everyone's thinking the same thing. If I'm gonna hold,
which is why the price is down right now.
Which is like, wait a minute.
So is it priced in? Is it priced in? I don't know.
The people that have it, the people that are holding ApeCoin are dumping in anticipation, and the people that are going to get the ApeCoin, they're going to dump it because they're like, yo, this thing's dumping already. And if I don't dump it, everyone else that I know is probably going to dump it. And they're probably not going to tell me that they're going to dump it, right? You're playing 5D chess to realize what other people are doing. Then there's a mass effect, right? It's the same concept as when the toilet paper started disappearing, right? Why did it disappear? Because one day somebody posted a picture or video, or they talked about it in the news real quick. That one store did not have toilet paper, and then people were like, "What?
Yeah.
No toilet paper?" And then it could have been an easy result, restocked in 2 days, no problem, no shortage.
But everybody went with it.
Instantly, everybody panics and says, "Wait a minute, there's a shortage," and they actually create the shortage, because then everybody goes out and FOMOs into toilet paper, and then the toilet paper really does disappear. So I think it's just inevitable. Also, ApeCoin, it's a lot of trash, right? It's a shit coin, right? It's another way for Yuga Labs or whatever it is, Labs, Nazi Lab, whatever it is, to make more money. It is what it is. It's a way for them to start forcing people into their brand of like, hey, if you want to buy this, you got to use our coin. Hey, if you want to buy this, you got to use our coin. There is no real reason for that, right? It's almost like using, it's almost like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? And then they make you use little coins. Why can't you just use quarters? They make you throw all your quarters into their pocket, and then they're like, here's your little tokens. Go use these tokens to play our games. And you have to spend it there. You know, you can't walk out of the store with those tokens out of Chuck E. Cheese because they're not worth anything. That's exactly what ApeCoin is doing, and a lot of these altcoins are doing.
And quite honestly, it's a lot of what the crypto space has done. It's why you'll see people come into the chat or into our TikToks or whatever. Crypto's a scam. It's a Ponzi, and And to be honest with you, as much as we love crypto and the top tier projects that we're involved in, and some projects that are actually solving problems, a lot of it is. You know, I don't have a problem saying that. We do question the narrative. There is a lot, and for those of you that are new to the space, you got to pay attention. We're in a bear market right now, so you're not going to see it quite to the extreme as we did in the bull market, but there are a lot of bad actors in the space, and they are here for one reason and one reason only: your money, right? They want you to make a decision so that they can take your money from your pocket and put it in theirs. This is not some big Houdini, like whodunit type of thing. This is just a reality of life. People will take advantage of you to get to their next movement, to their next goal in life. So don't be that person. This is why we talk about top tier projects. This is why we talk about NFT projects that are actually doing something, that you know who the team is, that you not only love the art, but you believe in that person or people that are producing the project moving forward, that you know when you wake up tomorrow, hey, even if things don't work out for this project, this person or these people are going to hold up their end of the bargain. And there's a lot of projects out there, not just NFTs, but also obviously in the crypto space. They're not going to hold up any end of the bargain. The only end of the bargain that they're holding up is the end that freaking gets them out as they.
I'm not a believer of modern art at all. I hate all types of modern art, right? If it isn't like ancient Greek, like, Raphael, Da Vinci art, where it actually took some skill to create.
You mean like a banana peel taped to the wall that was like $6 million?
Yeah, that's all trash, right? They sold that in Miami here a few years ago. That's all trash. And NFTs, right? It's just generative art. It doesn't take a lot of skill to create all this art. So it's trash. So unless the NFT is backed by utility, some type of video game, something else besides the art itself, is trash.
Oh, I don't know. I disagree. And I'll tell you why I disagree. I disagree because there are a lot of different projects that people just literally, and I know it doesn't make sense maybe to you because you're not into it, but there's a lot that people will look at and say, two things. One, there's going to be things that people look at and say, wow, I would love to have that in my house. I would love to hang that up in my room. I would love to, and I guess three things. Second one, I love the artist. I love the person that created that. And I think that I want to be involved no matter what, even if the art isn't even really something that you like. And the third part, and this is the part that I think is really important, is the community. If you have a community of people to where you can be a part of the club, be fair, Miguel. We've talked about this. You want to be a part of, right? Doesn't mean that you love the art that's in front of you. It means that you love the community that it brings with it. So I do disagree from that standpoint. I think there's three things that where people can get involved. It doesn't have to solve the world's problems, but it can at least put something
It doesn't
in
have
front
to
of
solve the
them that,
world's problem, but to the community aspect, the community will only be solid if the project itself is providing some type of utility where people are coming in already, right? Because when you're just doing a degen project, what are you going to get? Just a bunch of degen people that are just chaos, right? They're just doing their thing. They're just whatever, right? And it's just, for me, like I said, I'm not a believer of any type of modern art. So I don't care how great of an artist you are. If it's modern art, it's trash for me, right? But that's it. That's my
but
opinion
that's
on
why art
art.
is subjective,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
mean,
exactly, right. People spend millions of dollars on canvas trash art, right? Go ahead, throw your money away. There's always somebody for something, right? People will pay for anything. People were literally buying Ethereum rocks NFTs for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah.
What sense does that make, right? What
Yeah.
sense does that? But
It
it
doesn't make
happens.
sense until the next person is willing to pay millions of dollars for what you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars
It'll
for. Now,
never
it's the
make sense.
dream. It's the dream that gets sold, and that's the thing that I think people aren't are. And we're going to wrap this up, but that's the dream that I think that a lot of people get swept up in. And I want to caution everyone: if the push on the project is strictly, and this is why we tried to stay away from this, if the push on the project is strictly one thing, hey, you can make money from being involved in this, I would caution you, because the reality is with these JPEGs, with these NFTs, they are illiquid. You have to have somebody right on the other side that's saying, hey, I'll take that. I'll take that exact one. So I caution everyone. You might be in a project that looks like another project. You might be in a project that feels like another project. You might be in another project that acts like another project. You might be in something that feels like, wow, this is going to do something. And it might do something for a time. We're not trying to talk you out of the NFT space, because the NFT space is super freaking dope. We're trying to say, go into it with your eyes open. I hope that if you get into an NFT project, you've got basically the idea that I either love the people that created this project, I love the community that created this project, or I love the art that's in this project. If you don't love those three things on the front end, I don't think you should be involved, because if it's only strictly I'm going to make profit, you don't have anything to hold on to if you don't make profit. And that's where I don't like it, where people spend money, they don't love it at all. They just think they're going to make money, and then, oh shoot, what happened? At least if that happens, you've got, if you're part of a community, if you've got, you love the person that made the project, if you've got those other things to hold on to, then you can say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I spent some money, but I love the side, the after effects of buying this. I'm not just stuck with nothing and I just, lost.
I don't
everything
believe
money.
people should buy NFT just because they love the person that created it. Don't follow blindly ever. No, never. Right? People start falling in love with politicians, and they'll follow them blindly anywhere. Only do what makes sense. Utility, utility, utility. If it doesn't make sense, the utility, sorry, I might love you, but I'm not gonna follow you. It's just I gotta be truthful with the people, right? We created a project, and we don't want people to buy it because they love us. I wanted people to buy it because they see the value that we're bringing with the utility, right? We're bringing you the skills, the resources that you need to be able to provide for yourself, to protect yourself, to learn, and there's a good community aspect, right? You're getting into like-minded people that are also into preparedness and all that stuff. But don't follow us blindly because Crusader and Keeper are awesome people. Yeah, we're awesome. But don't ever follow anybody blindly. Ever.
Yeah. You got to figure out for you. Crusader might have a totally different, idea on it than I do. You can obviously see we disagree on some of this, right? But the reality is that's why you got to do what makes sense for you. you have to do, you wake up with you in the morning. You look at you in the morning when you get up and look in the mirror, right? You have to live with you throughout the day. So if you make a decision, then you need to be prepared to live with that decision. I think that's in a lot of things in life.
Yep.
Anything that you do, you need to be comfortable with, because if you're not comfortable with something that you've done, who do you have to look at and blame, right? When you point your finger at someone, you got 3 pointing right back at you. And that is something that has stuck with me for a long time, because so many times people try to blame others for their decisions, for what they've done. This person told me that I was going to make money. This person told me that this project was the way to financial freedom. Listen, you made a decision, you connected your wallet, you purchased this on the idea that somebody told you that you were going to make money. Sometimes people do, sometimes they don't. Just be prepared to stand by your decisions. Crypto fam, we love you guys. It's Friday night. Go have some fun. We got like 50 people in here. Listen, we got 49 people in here. I would love to say that we've got 49 likes. I'm going to give you guys about 15 seconds, okay? If you're in mobile, which most of you probably are, just X out of the live chat, go down, boop, hit the like. I heard Miguel say yesterday, hit the dislike. We don't care. But just hit one of the two. If you dislike us, hey, you know what? We still love you, but go ahead, hit the dislike. Whatever you want to do, engage.
We
appreciate
likes.
the support. What'd you say?
Come on, guys. We got 33 likes. We can get a lot closer to 49.
Man,
come on.
I saw Crypto Jeb a while ago. They had 1,000 people in there and 1,000 likes. Come on now.
Well, we got to 100 likes yesterday, bro. I grinded for those 100 likes. I was like, before this stream ends, we got to have at least 100 likes, bro.
Yeah, we do have to do better. I see so often in the chat, and I love you guys for this. I see so often in the chat, you guys are like, yes, this channel is bringing truth. You guys just really bring it. It's why the reason I like to watch this channel. Well, I got to tell you, YouTube doesn't care. We care, but YouTube doesn't
smash
care.
The likes.
That's right. YouTube cares if you click that little button that has the little thumb on it. That's the only thing they care about. And if we get enough of those little thumbs, they donate some money to us. But hey, you already know what time it is. We love you guys. We appreciate you for being here. You could be anywhere on a Friday night, and you are here. Make sure to remember, question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We will see you soon.